Okay, so I never quite made a video like this before. Some of you want to know about circle casting. Seriously. Okay. So this is how I like to do a rundown of circle casting. Normally, not always, but normally, you have 4 quarters first and foremost. 4 quarters that pretty much revolve around the elements. Traditionally, Earth, which is in the north, is symbolic of what? It is symbolic of growth, fertility, some people say prosperity. I don't know if I totally agree with that, but definitely growth and abundance. Air, which is in the east. What does that represent? Well, air traditionally represents communication and messages, basically. How about the south? South is fire, and that traditionally means what? Well, basically in philosophy, fire is symbolic for creation or creative drive. Also, when you think about fire, you could think of passion. You could think of destruction to a certain degree. And then water. Water is in the west. How you can remember water is WW, west water. And water, well, people think about water and they think, well, everybody has water in them, yeah. Water is destructive, true. But what else? How about maturation? Maturation. And if you don't know what that means, go ahead and look it up. That's your homework assignment. Okay, now we're going to go back. We're going to look at more things about the elements. And how does this all come into play, basically? Well, let's just say you're standing at one of the 4 quarters. Your job is to call up the element. What are you going to say? Let's just say you had to make up something. Nobody is going to tell you pretty much what to say for the entire circle. What are you going to do? Well, I'm just telling you how it can be done, how you can invoke something using knowledge, basically. And that's the reason why we're running down these little facts. Okay, so the next thing is to talk about, well, mythological creatures for all 4 elements. What mythological creature represents the element in question? Earth. What mythological creatures represent Earth? Well, you have what? Satyrs, which are kind of like Pan-like little creatures running around. Centaurs, which is the half man, half horse. Then you have ogres. You have imps, trolls, gnomes, giants. Some other ones that you might be able to think about, you know, they might represent Earth too. But you're looking for pretty much earthly beings that pretty much dwell in foresty areas. That's the key. Doesn't have to be, but, you know, usually that's the case. Then when we go to air, air in the east, what mythological creatures represent air? Well, think about it. Usually ones with wings. So what does that mean? Fairies,